Hello, everyone. So as we go into the weekend of preparing for auditions this week, just want to make sure that everybody is crystal clear on what they're trying out for. So I just want to remind everybody that you'll see this on Canvas, Ensemble Audition. Look, there she goes. That girl is a girl who's strange but special. Every single person has to sing this. Make sure you learn both sides. By the way, if you're singing, make sure you sing all the words. It's a pity and a sin, she doesn't quite fit in. When you get to the harmonies here, here's what I want you to do. 'Cause she really is a funny girl, a beauty but a funny girl. She really is a funny girl. That bell. Of course, if you're in a higher range, you should be, really is a funny girl. She beauty but a funny girl. She really is a funny girl, etc. That bell. Pick the one that you sound better in. All right, so that's that. Now let's pretend you do not want to go for a lead role at all this year. You got to do that. Plus, you have to do some reading. It looks like this. It says Ensemble Audition. If you do not want to try for a lead role, use this for your speaking audition. You can read this part right here that says this, or this part right here, which continues on the next page. Read it in a loud, clear voice. Just show me how comfortable you are speaking on stage. And it might be that you're not comfortable at all, but I still need to see what your comfort level is with reading anything. So moving on to some of our lead roles. The LeFou audition starts with dialogue. So this is the beginning of the song, not the beginning, this is in the song Belle. And you're gonna wanna listen to the guide vocals for this first to hear the conversation that LeFou and Gaston have. You didn't miss a shot, Gaston. You're the greatest hunter in the whole world. I wanna hear that dialogue. And then the dialogue also, I wanna hear, for the singing audition, it's a little bit more dialogue and it goes right into the song. So it's LeFou and who does she think she is? Gaston says, and then LeFou's dialogue. And then you go right into the song. Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Gaston. So that's the whole audition for LeFou. As annoying as possible, please. We want that voice to just make people's skin crawl. Mrs. Potts. We'll start probably with the singing audition for Mrs. Potts. You start right down here at the bottom of the page and you sing almost the whole rest of the song. As for the dialogue, it's scene 7. We'll have other people, myself and perhaps some alumni, reading these other parts. You just read the Mrs. Potts parts, and then that's the end of the Mrs. Potts audition. Remember, we're looking for caring, motherly, the most sane person at the castle that's just trying to keep everything under control. For Lumiere, you are going to start with, there's going to be music playing, and you'll hear on the track, when do you start this dialogue? This is your speaking audition for Lumiere. And then you go right into the song, and you finish where it says stop, which is way over there. And that is the entire Lumiere audition. I'll definitely be doing more with Lumiere at callbacks, but I want to see how well you can do that. Beast. The first thing you do in the Beast audition is you sing in something there. She glanced this way, I thought I saw. And then immediately when that singing is over, you're going to go right into this dialogue. When she smiles at me, I get all choked up. My heart starts pounding, etc., etc. I'll make sure other people are reading all the lines. And then the music will stop, and then you'll do a little bit more of a speaking audition. I want to hear the dialogue between Belle and Beast. So on page 74 of the script, when Belle says, then for the third time, Arthur drew forth the sword, and that whole section there. And that continues all the way to the line when Belle says, and I know how lonely that can be. So that's the Beast audition. Madame de la Grande Bouche. This audition is going to start with singing. It's going to be When We're Human Again. And I made another practice video on how to do this audition to know which harmony to sing. When you're done with the first singing audition, I'm actually going to have you sing some more. And, sorry, nope, just kidding. Here it is on the second page. For Madame de la Grande Bouche, you're going to actually take the ensemble audition, the same one that the people that don't want lead roles is using, but you're going to do it in Madame de la Grande Bouche's voice. Very fancy and drawn out sounds, like you just want everyone to listen to you. You're a big show off. You can do that whole chunk right there, or that second chunk right there that continues into the next page. Now, this is the one I'm really excited about. I can't wait to see what people have on this part here. It says start following at the will be. Don't sing will be though. You come in on the ha. It says ha, but I just do ah. So it's ah. Of course, what I really want is ah. It's high. Here's the high note. And that's it. And I just want to get full, huge volume. I want that part to soar over everything else. So I'm really excited to see who gets that role so I can hear them sing that. And that's the end of the Madame de la Grande Bouche audition. Moving on to Gaston. So Gaston's audition is a little lengthy. Once again, we're going to go back to the song Belle. I'm going to want to hear the dialogue between LeFou and Gaston. You didn't miss a shot, Gaston. You're the greatest hunter in the whole world. I know. That whole dialogue there. And then that actually is going to have music playing in the background. And you're going to go right into, right from the moment when I met her, saw her. And you do that whole chunk in there. Then the track will keep going right into Gaston reprise. When the music starts, you're going to start with Crazy Old Maurice. Crazy Old Maurice. Then you go right into Gaston reprise. Okay? And then finally, I really need to see how your dialogue is with Belle if you're trying out for Gaston. So page 24 and 25, we're going to do that scene. Gaston, what a pleasant surprise. Isn't it though? I'm just full of surprises, and that's how you'll end that audition. Moving on to Belle. So the first thing you're going to do for your Belle audition is you're going to speak. It's on page 74 and 75. This is the same as the Beast, only now it's you doing Belle. And I just want to hear that whole conversation that Belle and Beast have when they realize they have a connection. I'm looking for sincerity, looking for kindness, understanding, a really sweet side of Belle. And then, of course, I need to hear home. So that's on page 34 and 35. You're going to start at the key change, is this home? And then just do it to the end. I'm looking for big volume, big power, incredible emotion there. As far as Chip is concerned, Chip has the same singing audition as Madame de la Grande Bouche and Babette. It's in Human again. So there's another separate video that'll show you how to sing that. You do that, and then as far as the dialogue is concerned, you're going to do, once again, that narrator page, but I want you to do it, it's page 66 or 67, in a Chip voice, a young, cutesy kid voice, very innocent, everything needs to sound little kid-like, okay? So that's Chip, and then Cogsworth. We'll start with speaking for Cogsworth, page 63 and 64, 2 whole pages of dialogue. There's a lot of lines here. And, this is Cogsworth going through quite a lot of emotions. He's nervous, then he's very proud of himself. He's giving a tour, and he gets nervous back and forth. So I want to show me those quick changes in personality. And then finally, Babette, the flirtatious, very smooth, seductive girl who is just trying to get Lumiere's attention, and in some other cases, even Maurice when he first gets there. So Babette has the same, we'll start with the singing audition for Babette. We'll be Human again. And then once again, I would like you to do the speaking audition. That's the narrator page again on 66 and 67. And do it in a Babette voice, whatever you think is like, you can do a French accent if you want. You certainly don't have to. And we'll go from there. The other roles I'm not covering is Maurice. So that's not going to happen at this audition. So, if you have any interest in Maurice or Le Fille, I would suggest that you use the ensemble narrator audition and do it in Maurice's voice. And you can tell me that. Just say, you know what? I'm really interested in Maurice. I just want to do this in Maurice's voice. If you're interested in being one of the silly girls, that can be, you can do the narrator part in a silly girl voice, and that would be fun. The other thing I want to point out too, for those of you that are, maybe there's a few of you that don't want a lead role, but you want to do a secondary song just to show me what you can do. You're welcome to just pick any other singing excerpt. You just have to have it ready to go so that I can just put it right on. So, but I just wanted to go through each character, what you're expected to do. So hopefully you got through this video and heard something that you needed to hear. But I'm going to have everything on Canvas, all of the music tracks. What I put on Canvas is exactly what you're going to hear. I mean, I might cut off the explanations I have at the beginning of some of them, but as far as the counting and telling you, ready, go, like there's going to be counting for every single singing audition on stage so that there's no mistakes of no one coming in late or coming in early. If you practice with that track, you should know exactly when to sing. So as always, email me with any questions. I cannot wait to hear these auditions. I mean, I love the speaking auditions, I love the characters, but I gotta say, I am so excited about the singing auditions. I love hearing what you've all prepared, and it is just such a big 2 nights of the year for me. So can't wait. Rest up. Rest those voices, sleep this weekend. Drink lots of fluids, stay hydrated so you can be at your best this week. Okay, y'all, see you on Tuesday.